Welcome back. My name is Patrick, and this is the Oilers Rundown. The Edmonton Oilers and Evander Kane remain far apart on a deal, and we received these updates on his situation today. Pierre Lebrun of TSN had this quote from Kane's agent, Dan Milstein. "We were granted permission to speak with other clubs. While we are still hopeful to have a deal in place with Edmonton, we are starting the interview process with other clubs." Tim Peel of Daily Faceoff had this update. Hearing that Edmonton Oilers have offered Evander Kane a 4-year deal in the mid-$4 million range. Would have to think that is not enough to sign him. I'm sure Connor McDavid would love to have him again on the wing. Evander is a tremendous player that just makes teams better. NHL insider Kevin Weeks had this update. I'm told Edmonton Oilers' offer to Evander Kane was roughly $4.75 million times 3 years. Frank Saravalli of Daily Faceoff added that the Oilers structured their offer to coincide with a San Jose Sharks settlement, hoping Kane would be happy with roughly $4 million from them and then possibly another $3 million from San Jose. But apparently Kane has no interest in that. He wants top dollar from the team signing him, and whatever he gets from San Jose is just a bonus. It looks like Evander Kane is done in Edmonton, but let's see what happens over the next few days. TSN's Darren Dreger had this update this morning on Connor Brown in Ottawa. Senators GM Pierre Dorion is working it. Sounds like activity around veteran forward Connor Brown has intensified. The Oilers are among a few teams still in the mix there. Described as Zach Hyman light, Brown would be a perfect addition to the Oilers' top 9. My guess is that Jesse Puljujärvi is potentially part of the deal if it happens. TSN's Chris Johnston has suggested that David Perron could be a nice fit with the Edmonton Oilers. The pending UFA is a former Oiler, and still providing offense, picking up 27 goals and 30 assists last season for 57 points. You could probably land Perron for somewhere in the $4 million range on a short-term deal, so if he's willing to come back, it would definitely be of interest. Chris Johnston and Elliot Friedman both mentioned that the Oilers remain in the mix for Claude Giroux, but Ottawa will also be a strong contender, and there's still always the chance that he stays in Florida. On his 32 Thoughts podcast, Elliot Friedman noted he would be surprised if Jack Campbell isn't an Edmonton Oiler on July 13th. I think we can consider Campbell as locked up as he can possibly be prior to free agency. The Maple Leafs have also acquired Matt Murray from the Ottawa Senators tonight, further cementing that Jack Campbell is done in Toronto. There is a lot of talk about now pending UFA Dylan Strome from Oilers fans on social media, and I think it's a near consensus that everyone wants the Oilers to go for him. There's obviously no guarantee that the Oilers land him, but I'd be pretty shocked if he's not an Oiler on July 13th. Oilers insider Bob Stauffer brought up Montreal's Josh Anderson once again today as a potential replacement for Evander Kane. He would bring the toughness that Kane does, but his numbers aren't as strong as Kane, and he does have injury issues. He's a reasonable replacement at $5.5 million for the next 5 years, but it will be a high asking price, with Oilers first-rounder Xavier Bourgault likely going as part of the return. Stauffer also mentioned pending UFA Nick Deslauriers as a replacement for Zach Kassian in the bottom 6. He's certainly an upgrade on Kassian, but the rumor is he will be expensive, so the Oilers should proceed with caution. Daniel Nugent-Bowman of The Athletic reports that Chris Russell will test the free agent market, and he's hoping to sign with a contender. He's been a great Oiler, and I hope he can land a contract somewhere. And lastly, Pierre Lebrun of TSN is reporting tonight that there will be a press conference tomorrow morning to officially announce the retirement of Duncan Keith. Well, that's all for now, guys. I was kind of holding off on this video. I saw Matt Murray was getting traded, wanted to see what other pieces were potentially involved there. Obviously, the Oilers very interested in Connor Brown in Ottawa. Wanted to make sure Connor Brown wasn't part of that deal before I did this video, but we may hear something on Connor Brown tonight. Would love for him to come to the Edmonton Oilers. Like I said in the video, Connor Brown referred to as Zach Hyman light. Absolutely love Zach Hyman, love what he's brought to this team, and if we can bring in another Zach Hyman type player, that would be absolutely amazing. Would love to add Dylan Strome as well. Like I said, his name is all over Oilers social media right now. I think it's pretty much full-on consensus that every Oilers fan wants Dylan Strome. We also learned today Evgeni Malkin testing the free agent market. Is he a possibility at all for the Oilers? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan. Have a great evening, guys, and if anything big happens, I will hop back on. Otherwise, I will see you tomorrow for another Oilers update. Take care, guys. See you soon.